Hello and welcome to another video commentary brought to you by World Communist 8. This is the GyeongNam STX Masters. This is set 2 in the match between Samsung Khan and SK Telecom T1. The interesting thing about the STX Masters tournament is it is a clan war style, as I mentioned in the first video. If you are just joining us, SK Telecom T1 is up 1-0 on Samsung Khan. They do have that 1-game advantage. Bisu did win the first game against Stork. Bit of a shock to me. I really had written him off, and I figured Stork was going to take it easily, especially after Bisu's 2 losses in their Pro League semifinal against FrOzean, and then Stork had beaten Luxury with style, basically using a very good Sarah Reaver against him on Andromeda. The second matchup is FrOzean versus Bisu on Athena. The map rotation is a cycle. It's Coliseum, Athena, Blue Storm, Othello, then it starts at Coliseum again. And the game is about to start here, so let's get ready to go. Zero. Athena, a 3-player map used in the MSL only. Didn't really see much because there weren't many, aside from Much and Cal, there weren't many decent Protoss players who advanced very far. The rest were primarily Terran, I believe. Jaedong, of course, advanced, but not many other Zergs really advanced, I believe, in the MSL, so this wasn't a map where you saw a lot of TVP. FrOzean, a very interesting player. Sometimes he's great, sometimes he's horrible. One day he'll go out and he'll beat Jaedong or anybody else who's up there. And the next day he'll go out and he'll lose to a player like Notice. And if you're asking who Notice is, then good, my point got across. That's how FrOzean is. He's just very, very unpredictable. So we did not see him in the finals match for Samsung Khan. He was not one of their 1v1 or 2v2 players. He wasn't included in the roster. Bisu, meanwhile, he just won that first set, so momentum's got to be on his side in this one, I have to say. He has the advantage of he has that 1 win under his belt, and now he's just got to keep carrying momentum, hopefully maybe resulting in an all-kill for SK Telecom T1. We see just the supply buildings going down for each player. But TVP, an interesting matchup for Terran. It's near a lot of Vulture and tank play. For Protoss, it's Zealots and Dragoons. Bisu just came out of a PvP, so it'll be interesting. And Barracks and Gas going down at the same time for FrOzean, so he will be going for some kind of tech build. Meanwhile, Bisu is going for the 14 Nexus, I believe it is. Could be 13. We don't have a count, but usually it's a 14 Nexus, so... So it'll be interesting. FrOzean might have a troop advantage early on because he's going to have the troops. Gateway is going down now for Bisu, but Bisu will have an economic advantage. FrOzean sending out a scout, and he will scout to the proper position. So he won't. He will see that the Nexus is down, and he may decide, and he's going to go for a quick push, or he may decide to, grab an expansion himself quickly. He sees the Nexus, he sees the Gateway warping in, so he knows he's slightly ahead because he does have his barracks already down and pumping out Marines. And he's putting down another building. They haven't clicked on it to see what it is. Another supply depot going down, alright, so nothing. Oh, and he is setting up a factory kind of distance from the rest of his base. He might have been trying to hide it, but Bisu's scout did find it. And he's going to go out that other ramp on Athena that makes it difficult to block his main, and it looks as if he's going for maybe an SCV drill, maybe, because he's got 1 Marine and a ton of SCVs, so looks like he's gonna rush after Bisu with this, but I think Bisu's gonna see this. Oh, and he's putting up a bunker outside the natural expansion of Bisu. So Bisu quickly pulls probes to harass the SCV away, and he has a Zealot out, so he will be able to fend the most of this off. And FrOzean sees this, and he quickly pulls away and turns around, and he starts scrambling SCVs. back to his base. I don't know if this helped or hurt him. Oh, another Marine comes in. So now he's got 2 Marines and he's pumping out more. So we'll see if he's finishing that bunker, it appears. But 2 gateways and a cybernetics core down for Bisu. He does manage to snipe one of the SCVs. In the meantime, he's going to try and finish his bunker. If he gets the Marines in this, he'll be... he does finish it, and he gets his 3 Marines in, bringing a 4. So he's in a very good position now, because now he can just attack Bisu's Nexus without much problem of harassment. And 2 Vultures coming in also. They won't... I don't know how effective they'll be. He doesn't have mines or anything researched, I would think. Now, he might, but I doubt he does this fast. Goon Range researching for Bisu. But these Vultures will help in that they will take some of the concentration off of the bunker. But they don't have speed, they don't have mines, so they really don't have their full effectiveness in TVP right now. But in this situation, just sheer troops is what's going to matter in this match. And he is researching something at the machine shop. I would imagine mines to kind of keep these Dragoons at bay, because mines are a Dragoon's worst enemy. Meanwhile, Bisu's scout is still roaming around FrOzean's base. So he's seeing everything that FrOzean does. And it doesn't look... Oh, now FrOzean's going to go after it with a Vulture, but it didn't look as if he was going to try and do anything about it. Bisu does lose his Nexus, and he tries making maybe an advancement on the bunker, and he ends up backing off. It's going to be very hard. And now floating the CC, or not the CC, the barracks, FrOzean is. Maybe he's going to just drop it down there to pump out more Marines. But Goon Range is researching for Bisu, at which point I believe he will outrange the bunker and he will be able to take this out. But at this point, he did waste that money on the Nexus. He did lose it. And now he's... Spider Mines have been researched for FrOzean, so he's also got small contain. Robotics facility going down for Bisu. But yes, he does now have Goon Range, and he outranges the bunker. And FrOzean's going to try and save it, but he's not going to be able to. But he does manage to sneak a Vulture into Bisu's base, and this is not good for Bisu.